Hello, we are back, playing Quest for Infamy. So let's just start where we were before. We have not even entered town yet. La 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 la. I'm gonna check out this break-in.
You stare intently at the grass. It's so green.
Okay, so there's nothing in the grass. Lego. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, oh.
This guard is fat. You don't think he could chase off a pickpocket, let alone solve any real crimes. This young man is vigorously hammering away at a pair of horseshoes. He looks like a decent chap.
How do you know if someone's a decent chap just by looking at him? Hey, how you doing? I'm just gonna sneak around the whole time if you
Good day, sir.
haven't noticed.
Yes, it certainly is.
Name's Jan.
I would stay and chat, but I must be going. We've got so much happening today. Rayford wanted me to go get something, but I can't remember. We so rarely have public executions.
Wah!
You are coming to the public square, right?
Of course, friend. Wouldn't miss this.
Excellent. See you there. Make crime always cower in the light.
Woohoo! Okay. Well, I wonder.
Well, this should be an interesting day. I should make my way to the public square, eventually.
I don't know what we just agreed to, but yo, who's getting executed?
Good day, sir.
Hello, Niels.
Hello there.
I like your top.
My name is Niels. I'm the assistant and farrier to the blacksmith.
Nice.
I'm preparing shoes for the horses.
Very cool. I didn't know that was
It's quite lovely.
what a
Thank
farrier
you.
was.
Yes, there's an execution taking place soon. I want to finish these shoes before I head down.
Who's
They
okay?
take me where I need to go. I made the chair myself. It's a pretty quiet town, never much trouble. Except for Gorth.
What?
He's always causing trouble. Surprised Rayford hasn't beaten him senseless yet.
So Rayford's the magistrate, I believe.
He's a local sheriff.
Yeah.
He's a tough man, but he's always decent to me.
What about Gorf? Can I?
Take care, stranger.
What happens if I talk?
It doesn't. You aren't crazy.
Okay, just
A
kidding.
potted plant. They look They look.
Can I walk in here? Or no? No. What's over here?
This way leads off to the inn.
The inn. Hello.
Why, all these
Did you guys hear that?
Why,
A dirty, smelly, and rather unpleasant man is walking down the step. You have no.
Oh, wait. Okay. That was weird.
The interior mason.
I wonder if you could sleep here.
We'll sit late.
No. Can you sleep? No.
Kill, pillage, and destroy.
Okay. What's over here? We are gonna be the stealthiest. Oh, who are you?
She appears to be.
Talk to me.
Hello, my lord.
Oh, well, hello.
I must be on my way now. Take care.
Bye. Gonna miss you. So we can't. Alright, sorry.
It's a door. It's a rather large building.
Alright. I like this music. I like this loading icon.
What a quaint and lovely place. You actually bet the rooms and beds are nice here, for a change.
Why is she dressed like that? Well, okay, you can dress
There's
however
a
you want.
dude dressed in
Excuse
a
me.
safari outfit sitting by the fire.
That looks interesting.
There's a dude. I tell you what I think, but that would get me banned from some fort.
Okay.
He's a sturdy built man.
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Hello there, stranger.
Oh,
Hello there, innkeeper.
Castle's my name. This, as you may have guessed, is my inn.
Lovely. Love the view.
I do my best, and I promise the rooms are cozy.
yeah, but how much are they?
I assume you'd be wanting lodging, considering the bridge to the north of
Yes, I suppose I'll be staying.
Well, if I beg your pardon, we're getting ready for the execution.
Sounds good.
You have nothing. She's busy work.
Oh, so she works here.
Well, hello, young fellow. How are you?
Looks like Rudyard Kipling.
I'm above ground. It's a start.
Indeed. Can I help you?
What the heck?
Well, where are my manners? Ned O'King, adventurer, explorer, and cataloger of rare animals. And in some cases, monsters.
Whoa,
I
baby.
travel from land to land looking for new species of
I
animals.
want to be him when I grow
I
up.
catalog them all, and then I publish my findings. I have several books in print.
We don't know how to read.
They are fascinating, eh? I love your regular old bear or raccoon, but when you find that rare species, that's what makes the job.
Okay.
Well, there's an interesting subject. You do see them around here. I try to avoid them and study from afar. Mostly I try to talk to others who've seen and dealt with them. I use their information to write about how to deal with them.
Who are these
This
others?
area has such an interesting array of monsters, even undead. And the regions within each area are almost unique in their variety. There's the Volksville Woods, which currently surround us. To the west lie the grasslands, and just north and east of here are the 99-acre woods. Or the North Woods, as some call it. Up north and a little west of here is the Krosnan Swamp. Head south towards the ocean to see the amazing South Woods. Each area holds variety to keep me fascinated for years.
A lot of
instead.
information coming
Feel
at
free to
us.
ask me about any.
Ah! Ah, diddly darn. Alright.
The main creatures you'll encounter around here are the Rukiti.
Look.
They're a red-skinned creature, generally armed with a flail, who are mean and will probably attack you on sight.
Well, damn.
I've heard they're not too difficult to defeat in combat, although I've never tried myself. You'll probably encounter some brutes as well if you wander around enough. But that's what they call the local brigands around here. Rough lot. A good offense is probably just slashing at these types instead of just trying to stab them.
Oh my god. I don't like
The
fighting.
grasslands are an amazing place. So vast and full of grass. I made a rhyme. Besides the Rukiti, who seem to be most everywhere around these parts, you'll probably see some jaguars during
Jaguar.
the day and wolves at night.
Jaguar, jaguar, jaguar. Okay, so there's Rukiti here
Those
too.
are just normal animals. Nothing too special about them, except they seem to be more susceptible to slashing as opposed to other attacks.
So I will
I've
slash
surmised
them.
that to these creatures, the weapon looks like a giant steel claw, which sends them into a panic. But that's just a theory. You might find that wolf fur will go for a fair blind in the right place, too.
So, wait. Are Rukitis
What a
wolves?
fascinating place the 99-acre woods are. They originally started off as 100 acres, but rumor has it that it was measured wrong by the Lord or
40
King at the time.
acres and a mule.
It was once an area set aside for hunting bears, but since it's been left to go wild, some giant spiders have moved in.
Well, well,
Most of these
great.
animals are weak against your slashing attack.
So we'll just slash around everywhere
I've
to all
never
the animals
ventured north
trying
into
to
the swamps,
kill
so I'm
us.
sure It's a fascinating place. Check with the apothecarian in town here. He goes there or sends his young apprentice there to collect herbs and plants.
I want to be an apprentice.
I can tell you that there are swamp
Like in real
Rukiti
life.
there, cousin to the red-skinned ones around these parts. They're more vicious than their cousins, but they tend to not like a stabbing attack. Throws them off their game.
So,
What I'm
okay.
intrigued by in there is the giant snakes.
Ah,
I've never seen one before, but I hear they're a sight. Being a wild beast, I'd have to assume they wouldn't like a slashing motion of the sword. But don't quote me on that.
okay, so everywhere except for the swamp, when we're dealing with the Rukiti, we just slash. Fun fact, whoever played Alex in A Clockwork Orange. The actor was really, really terrified of snakes, so Stanley Kubrick made him like sleep with a snake. Okay.
I've never ventured much out. The leaves and colors of the South Woods are amazing. Truly a great part of the world, but that doesn't mean there's not some fierce creatures about as well.
Well, of course.
The whole area is crawling with dwarves.
Oh!
Nothing like you see in books or hear about. Nasty little buggers. They'll cut you up and sell your body parts for a bly if they can.
Well
I really
then.
couldn't tell you the best way to deal with them except to stay away if you see them.
Alright, so okay.
Oh, the undead. Most people think these are just made-up fairy tales to scare young children, but there's certainly more than that. The old graveyard to the north has its fair share of wights, skeletons, and specters. The information I have on them is sketchy, but from what I understand, and there's a certain logic to this, they don't like being bashed, so your best bet is to hack away at them until they drop. Then, run like hell.
So is a bash a
It
slash?
makes sense to me not to bother stabbing them. After all, there's no internal organs in the undead, so just what would you be stabbing, eh? You don't know how to fight, and you're still alive? Well, you are an enigma, aren't you?
I really
Before
am.
we get into combat proper, I'll explain a couple of neat tricks I've learned over the years that might help you out. Always watch out for your enemy. They can be anywhere and tend to hide behind trees and such things. Once you enter an area, if there's an enemy about, you have about 5 seconds to decide what to do. You can always run away, or you can choose to attack. Just click your sword icon on them if that's what you want to do, and you'll get straight into the combat. Rogues also have the option of attempting to throw a dagger at an enemy, which could stun them long enough for you to get close enough to slice their throat. Not very honorable, but you don't strike me as someone who would care about that.
Alright, that was a low blow, Ned. Oh, this is not what I asked
Now
for.
let's talk about combat itself. I'll just cover the basics here. You can learn more about class-specific actions yourself. I do warn you, I know all of this in theory, but in practice you might still have some learning to do.
Doesn't really look like a fighter. He looks like Teddy Roosevelt.
At the top, right above what I'm saying here, you'll see your own health as well as the health of your enemy. If either falls to 0, that person dies.
Like, have you guys ever read, I think it's a poem, The White Man's Burden? He looks like the face of that.
You'll see across the bottom of your screen 4 buttons.
Fun fact.
These are your basic combat moves, and you use them by clicking on your preferred choice during combat. Each of these moves is attached to a statistic in your character sheet, which you can view by pressing Ctrl S or clicking on the shield icon on the main. All of your moves use one specific skill, weapon percent hit, which tells you how likely you are to hit your opponent. Then each of the other combat skills, hacking, stabbing, and slashing, increase the damage you do. Any attacking action taken in combat, whether successful or not, will go towards raising your skill level.
Okay, we
and
hack
magnitude
at
of the
zombies.
skill, as well as weapon percent hit.
We stab the Rukiki that aren't red, and we slash
The first
everybody
button is
else.
Stab. So why don't you give it a try? Don't worry if you don't hit. The Rukiti isn't real.
Don't tell me what to do.
Well done. You just performed your first stabbing action. It's a useful move to master. Now let's look at slashing.
Slash.
Click the slashing button and see what happens.
The hash slinging, is it slashing? Ooh.
Nicely done. That's slashing for you.
I want a sword.
Now for your final attack.
Sword?
Hacking.
Hacking.
Hacking is most certainly my preferred attack. Of course, I really prefer not to get into combat at all. You've got one final button on your combo.
Wait, I didn't hack.
That's not...
Shoot. Okay.
Blocking, or avoiding your opponent's weapon, is very useful in combat. A successful block will return 5 health to you, and cause your enemy's attack to fail for that turn. So that's the basics of combat. I hope I've been helpful.
So we're just gonna jam this button a lot.
Before I let you go, I should point out a couple of other things you might find useful. I just turned on a 5th button on your combat panel. This one is your healing potions. Very useful in battle as they heal you for 10 points of health, so carry a few around with you. The number above the potion designates how many you're carrying.
Alright.
Give the button a click and watch yourself drink a healing potion. It's quite a magical sight to behold.
I don't want to waste a healing potion. Alright, he's being rude.
Okay, that's all I really know about fighting.
Our health was
I hope it was
fine.
helpful to you.
I mean, I think that was pretty helpful. We learned.
Well, hello.
I'm above go.
Indeed. So, you want to know about... You can check out your skills on your character sheet, which is located by clicking the shield icon on
Control
the pull-down menu,
S.
or by pressing Control S. The left side of your character sheet contains all your combat skills, and you can learn more about them by asking me how to fight. On the right side are the skills I'll talk about here. These are environmental skills, and are useful for all sorts of things.
I'm into the environment.
Fighting is self-explanatory, I suppose. Or at least it should be. If you can't grasp what climbing is, you're probably about to die quite often in this
Alright,
game.
Ned is rude.
Stealth is your ability to sneak around and not be heard. You raise this by simply sneaking around. Although non-rogue classes can't raise
So
this
what
statistic.
am I? I want to be a rogue. Is that like the thief? I'm into being a
Thievery
thief.
is your ability to steal shit or to pick locks. The more you pick those locks or steals,
Steal
the better at
shit.
it you become. Again, though, only rogues can raise this above 50.
Well, I'm gonna be a
This
rogue.
power is the statistic that sorcerers care most about. This raises with every spell cast, and the higher it becomes, the more powerful your spells become. All the statistics rise on a sliding scale, so at first it might only take a couple of attempts to raise your skill level. But as your skills become higher, you'll need to undertake a lot more attempts to get it to rise.
That makes
higher.
sense.
And
I'm into
finally,
that.
there's Infamy.
Infamy.
The more
Oh,
you
it's a
take tasks
skill.
in this
Very
game,
cool.
the more infamy you gain. This is very important later in the game, because if you've gained enough infamy, you'll get more help in your final tasks. I hope that was some help.
Rad.
If you need to know about combat or the creatures around these parts, feel free to... Well, it was...
Well, I think, first of all, this...
There's a tiny painting hidden all the way at the...
Alright, that's the Mona Lisa. Anyway, I think it's time to end this video. But this has been really interesting. This game's really interesting so far. So, yeah, see y'all later.